Well, hi. Today we're going to talk about how to recognize success. Hello, I'm Rati Gorfine of Creative Calling Coaching, and I am a life and career coach for the focused challenged. That is, creative types, people with ADHD, entrepreneurs, others who find that they're pulled in 50 directions, life gets overwhelming, and they don't tend to finish things, but rather have like 50 things started. I help people like that focus, follow through, and finished so that they can get seen and make money doing what they love. That's me. And if you don't have time to stick around for this whole video, although of course I hope you do, just go ahead and click. I'm having some problems today. Go ahead and click the link in the description of this video, or maybe do a little screenshot here. This bit.ly address will take you to subscribe to my YouTube channel where it will live and you'll get to see it later. Anyway, I see a couple people have arrived, and that delights me no end. Feel free to introduce yourself. I'd like to know who's there while I just briefly fill you in on what I'm going to go over today. First of all, we're going to talk about how to recognize success when it happens, because very often you could get hit over the head by it and not know it and not realize it. Believe it or not, it happens all the time. How to create success when you don't actually think it's there, and how to make success a habit. Success is a habit. It is not, strictly speaking, a thing that happens, or an external response, or even an internal response. Success is not a feeling. Success is a habit. So let me get into this a little bit. The best way I can get into this little conversation right now is to talk about how years ago I was fortunate enough to have a play that I wrote, produced off Broadway in a very lovely theater. And the play went very well. It went so well that it received some extremely fine reviews. And I think I may have told this story. If you've heard it, please forgive me. But I got myself into a little bit of trouble with some people. And on the heels of the success of that show, I became a suicidal mess. Backstage printed a list of the, whatever it was, 10 best shows of 2000. And my play was on it. You would have thought I would have been elated. I mean, if ever there were a marker of success, that kind of recognition, you would think, would be it. I was miserable because my inner world was such that no matter what came my way, I wasn't going to be able to enjoy it. Fast forward many, many years, I have since learned how to, first of all, practice success as a habit. And really, the thing about success is, and I'm just being distracted by the number of people there. I had promised, and I can still do it if someone's interested, to do a little Kabbalah card reading, hoping I would lure extra butts into the seats. But hey, whatever, you're here. I'm honored to have you. And that is something I do, by the way. I do these little Kabbalah card readings, and I'd be very curious to know what I pull in terms of your success and how that might inform you. But anyway, really, it's a frame. That's what success is. It is how you frame something. Okay. So a great way to practice success is to have it. In other words, to take stock of what you have and acknowledge it. That's called expressing gratitude, having gratitude for what you have is a form of success. All right. So it can be kind of corny. People think it's a little corny to get up every morning and write 3 things you're grateful for. But no, it is actually greasing the wheels for you to start having a successful day, because you've already succeeded. You already have 3 things that are going right. Okay. Um, Another way I think to create success is, no matter what happens, reframing it as a win. I had a client just today who was put on probation at his job. And it's not like it had been a bed of roses there for this person, and he was complaining a lot and not very happy. All of a sudden, he's on probation. And in the course of our work together today, he was able to reframe that as a win. Finally, he knows what's going on. He knows what's expected of him. He knows what he can do to improve the situation. So no, it doesn't even matter what happens, whether or not they keep him or whatever. He knows where he's at and what to do. So it's just feedback. Whatever happens, be grateful for it, because it is feedback that allows you to create success. Okay. Another, I feel as though I don't want to leave anything out for you. So the reframing success. Success is not, for instance, a response to your work. Like, for instance, I had this lovely accolade, but I couldn't experience it as success. That's not what it is. To have success is to see it and give it to yourself. In other words, there's no there. You're there. You're there. As soon as you realize that you are down on the field working at something that you want to create, rather than just thinking about it and sitting in the bleachers watching somebody else do it and going, hey, I could do better than that. As soon as you're down on the field, actually going for it and trying to create some meaning in the world, you are a success. You can also create different frameworks for success by defining it on your own terms. One very good one, in my opinion, is completion. Who cares if the book is any good or not? Did you finish it? Because frankly, nobody's going to know otherwise. Make your own markers for success. That's another way to practice success as a habit. So how are we doing on time here? It's hard for me to, I should have had my little clock going, but I didn't. Oh, yeah, there it is, 8 minutes. So I just want to summarize what I've been talking about in terms of how to recognize success. And that is, open your eyes to what's going right in your life, and you will experience a sensation of success right away. You don't have to say, I'll be successful when I, quote, make it, whatever that means to you, when you're in the stratosphere on the front page of Vogue or whatever the heck it is, because, hey, that may not end up feeling the way you think. If you want to be successful, you better start feeling successful right now. Being successful right now. So recognize where you are, and wherever you're at, reframe it as a win, an opportunity to learn something, the fact that you're out there working at something, any criticism, anything that happens during the day, reframe it as a win. Well, this person just showed me who they really are. Aren't I fortunate? Because now I'll walk away. Win, 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 win. I want to make sure I summarize this for you. Practice gratitude. That's an instant success. As soon as you're grateful for something, obviously it's a success because something went right. You are acknowledging the going right of something. Anyway, I see a few people out there. I really appreciate you watching, just because I'm so grateful. If anybody wants me to pull a Kabbalah card from my Kabbalah deck, how do we do this? Can we raise hands? I don't know if we can raise hands in these live streams, but you can post a comment. You can post a little comment, say, hey, Ra, pull a Kabbalah card for me. You don't even have to say who you are, and I will just read it. I will just pull it and read it. And I'm careful not to wax on too long with these lives because unless there's engagement, I think it tends to wear people out. So, hi, you're all showing up now. I just talked about how to recognize success. Okay. Oh, my chérie friend just requested a pull of a card from the deck. Merci. I don't know if everybody else can see who did that, but I mean, can I say your name? Can I say your name? All of a sudden, I feel like I need to check if people are cool with that while I'm shuffling the cards and pulling the card from the deck. Is it all right if I know who you are, but maybe well, she's a wonderful, wonderful artist, world-class artist. She has a wonderful, go to Pete and Repeat and you'll see her work. Sure. Katarina Verde. She's a magnificent lady. And I'm pulling a Kabbalah card right now just for her for our birthdays, because we both share the same birthday week. It happens to be my birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to us, Katarina. What do we got here? Ayin. This is a very pretty Hebrew letter. Ayin. And so take a little screenshot of that, Katarina, whatever. Just as a refresher, in the Kabbalah, every letter of the Hebrew alphabet has significance and symbolizes something. It embodies a type of spiritual resonance. So I'm just going to look up real fast and take a quick look to refresh my memory on the significance of Ayin. Ayin. In the Kabbalah, Ayin symbolizes the traits of perception and insight. It begins the Hebrew word for eyes. Einayim. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's the word for eyes. Ayin is eyes. Traditionally associated with true discernment, which makes sense. As a matter of fact, Katarina Verde she could be again, she was a curator for the kitchen here in New York City. So I love that. I love that I pulled this card for you. It is about discernment. It is about, I would imagine, it is about connoisseurship. For many centuries, mystical adepts have taught that as we spiritually develop, we gain greater sensitivity to the interconnectedness of all things and to the hidden patterns of meaning that underlies life events. Absolutely. This reminds me a lot of Mickey Singer's work about, he's lived his life as an experiment in surrender, basically assuming that anything that happened was what's supposed to, and that thereby eventually seeing the significance in all phenomena that affected him in his life. So it's also stressed that we typically move through our days with only limited awareness of the splendor that surrounds us, whereas if we are aware of these underlying patterns of life events, we suddenly see things that nobody else does. So to gain greater clarity about an issue in your life, focus upon the letter Ayin to gain greater clarity. Its penetrating energy will help dispel and overcome illusion so that you may truly see the splendor that surrounds you. When Ayin appears in a divinatory spread, it emphasizes that you need more discernment now regarding a person, place, or situation. And I can't help but point out how it also speaks to today's theme of recognizing success, seeing what's already there, and recognizing the good in it. I think this speaks a little more broadly in terms of Katarina's particulars in having discernment now regarding a situation she may be in or a person. But it also speaks, I think, to all of us to open our eyes a little more and just assume that it's perfect. Whatever it is, it's perfect. That's how you experience success. So, as I said in the beginning, I hope you will subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope that in doing so, you'll get alerts whenever I do one of these. And if you found this fun, if you found it valuable, please share it, because there are untold blessings or mitzvahs, as we say in the Jewish religion, to doing something nice for someone else. Helping somebody else realize their goal. Anytime you do something kind, and sharing this video might be a kindness, you are actually doing something good for yourself, because it is going to elevate the energy of the world at large. So I want to thank everybody for listening right now. And yeah, happy birthday, Katarina. Happy birthday to me. Everybody keep your eyes open. Ayin, ayin, ayin. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.